We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Purdy looking to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard down to the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Now they'll try to run a reverse here.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. And now Smith going to change the play.
Running right, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Geno.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 7-7, our score after one. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Geno.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Purdy now to throw.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50%.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Here we go. Now Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Off of play action. Here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
He completes this to Walker.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Metcalf motions left.
Geno now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To the air again, Smith.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Smith, flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Purdy from his own end zone. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Check smash.
Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Final play of the half, Purdy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Play action. It's Smith. This is the tight end Fant. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Here we go.
Back to Walker on first down. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
And going right back to Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Smith and Jigma with the grab.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try.
And got his man complete. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, 41 yards.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Trap 60. Go street.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This one caught by Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
A great play by Derek Hall to drop him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. Ready?
Purdy from the gun.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And he's got this down to the 35. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
30 yards.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Good footwork at the 30. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Smith.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Running left is Walker.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Catch left, catch left.
Now Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Here we go.
To throw is Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing here, Purdy. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets,
double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking deep for Jennings. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Warriors 70. Hut, hut.
Purdy, big fourth down play. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Mustang 19. Check out.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Come on. Set. 79 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 42 yards.
And the 49ers get a bit closer. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Rig alert. Rig alert. Ready.
Purdy looking to throw.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Go. Check. 18. Pioneer.
Now Purdy.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Go.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Purdy now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Seven Pirates. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 Lion. 60 Bobcat. 60
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Street. Warrior 70. Mustang 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Throwing now, Smith. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills.